Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to Multi-Round. Welcome back to the World Series 2022. We are back here today with a round number 1, a best of 9 between 2 players. Well, of course, it's going to be 2 players, but it's a 1v1 down in the south. We have Adju with the yellow USA Vanilla. I don't even remember the name of this map. Is it Egyptian? It's not Egyptian Oasis, is it? Or Gold? I actually can't remember the name of this map. Up in the north, we've got Last Drop with the USA. Was that USA Vanilla in the orange? Is it USA Vanilla? Nice, Super Weapon. I think the logo disappears as he sells the building. So yeah, he is Super Weapon up in the north. Got a 2 supply build order from him. We've got an aggressive drop coming from Adju. Very, very passive. Double barracks for the north player, which is Last Drop. I actually used to do this build order a lot. I think as long as you can protect your Chinooks, I think it's actually kind of good. Do like a couple of missile defenders, lays lock this incoming Chinook, then you got Rangers to defend. But the problem is, like, a good drop like that is actually between both of the supplies, so now he probably won't be able to collect on both supplies. It's kind of big, and losing a Chinook like that last drop there, that's a really poor start there. Not the start that you want there for last drop, losing the Chinook straight away. Dozer's going to come in, though, and gets the crush. So actually losing one Chinook, double barracks, not the end of the world, still winnable, but yeah, you probably take that as Adju taking out one Chinook. Need to follow that up with something, though. To be honest, I wouldn't have minded even a second drop from that. Like, do the first drop, 3 MDs, and whilst he's still busy clearing that up, do another drop and kill another couple of Chinooks as well. I actually think that would have been more beneficial rather than rushing out the War Factory, but still, kind of okay. Couple of Rangers heading for some oils. War Factory finally going up for last drop over on the top left of the map. Dozer hiding in the top right. We've got a bit of a... is that supposed to be some kind of a tunnel? I think it is, isn't it? But it's like a collapsed tunnel or something. Yeah, not sure. On the road. Yeah, I suppose it is to be a tunnel, isn't it? If it is on the road. But then it goes straight into a container. Some kind of silo on the ocean. Not sure what that's supposed to be. A gas silo or something? I don't know. Okay, V in the middle gets laser locked by a missile defender. Adju is sent running home to try and repair. Firebase going up on the left side for him. Got a drone chilling in the base, drone in that base as well, so both players can see each other a little bit. I suppose that the orange guy, you still don't really know what he's doing properly because the War Factory's over here. So yeah, a bit of a cagey affair after that first drop. Not last drop, first drop. Yeah, Zero Last Drop. He's a viewer on this channel, actually. You'll probably find him out in the comments. A shout out to Last Drop. He's been watching my videos and supporting in the chat for a very long time. Yeah, a bit of a cagey affair at the moment. Apart from that first drop that we saw and mentioned. Laser lock comes in here from Last Drop. But the V's slightly out of range, so Adju just runs away for the time being. I mean, the longer the game goes on, the more advantage Adju has because his V's are quite a lot cheaper, $150 cheaper each, and when you're building a lot of V's. But that said, though, if it goes to super late game, then Super Weapon gets the Stretch Center and Auroras. Laser lock comes in here. 1V picked off from either player. Can hear the oils being captured. It looks like both players actually exactly the same time getting the oils. Laser lock comes in. And it looks like all of the V's there are going to be cleared up. Maybe for both players, actually. One Chinook goes down again. Laser lock comes in on the next V. And all of the V's from both players are completely destroyed. I think the micro there could have been a little bit better. Could have made sure some V's survive. Another supply going up there for last drop at the top right of this, the map. And he has got himself 2 oils. Yeah, I'm not sure quite how he's achieved that one. I thought that was Adju getting that one. But yeah, maybe it was the wrong color Ranger I was watching capturing it. Or maybe last drop came in and just cleared his Ranger and started capturing it himself. Third supply is now established. For both players, actually. He enters the base and kills one Dozer of last drop. Another laser lock going to come in here on the Chinook. That's quite a lot of Chinooks that have gone down for last drop. Not something you want to be losing at, especially as a super weapon, because you need every penny really to spend on them expensive Vs. Missed a bit of action there. 2 Vs came in from last drop. Picked off a V, damaged, actually killed and damaged one other one as well. But now running away. I think that's good. You'll take them few pickoffs and then run away. Alternatively, you can just evac all of your stuff and just let the missile defenders really slowly fight it out with each other. That is a possibility as well. The artillery platform proving to be annoying as ever. Last drop continues the push into the middle of the base now. He's pretty committed because now he is surrounded by either 5 bases and missile defenders. Takes out a power plant, loses 1 V. Continues his rampage with the other V. No movement of the Chinooks. Search and destroy deployed for Adju. Laser lock comes in from Zero. Last drop almost kills a V. Sometimes his laser locks are a bit twitchy. He like pulls the laser lock off before the V's even finished. I noticed it up there as well when he was laser locking them groups as well. Sometimes better let it finish or just get it better timed. It's alright fast switching between targets if you're sure it's going to go down, but yeah, let it fire a few shots first, like 3 shots if you've got a group of missile defenders, or even 2. Otherwise, yeah, you can mess it up. Trying to be a little bit too quick. Okay, strategy only going up for last drop. So they're both be on search and destroy soon, which gives you the extra range, the extra 20%. Another power plant being deployed by Adju. And Adju's just going to focus down his own oil. Since last drop has captured it. I think he had the capture upgrade anyway, so actually I think a ranger sent there to capture it would have been better. Could have sent these Vs in to keep last drop occupied and then captured it behind that. I think that would have been better. Sure, if he keeps denying the capture, then you can kill it, but since you've got the capture upgrade anyway, might as well do it. I'm also missing the tow upgrade from Adju since he's got so many Vs out now, and he's floating a bit of cash as well. Maybe even a second war factory wouldn't be such a bad idea since he's on 3 supplies. Search and destroy redeployed for last drop. He's building an airfield, but it has been scouted by the drone that's in the base since the beginning of the game. Last drop just kind of chilling in the middle of the map. He has an advantage because he's got the oil. And he's going to have Auroras soon, and that's going to become much more difficult for Adju. He's going to need to be very mobile, moving around the map, dodging the Aurora shots. Laser lock comes in. Multiple Vs going down on both sides. 2 from Adju have gone down. 1 from last drop. Last drop has got fewer Vs, but he's just ran to the other side of the map for now. But another V there of Adju goes down. I think if I was Adju, I'd be thinking, we need to go across the map now and cause some severe damage. If he gets all of that stuff and just goes across the map, leaves a couple of missile defenders and 5 bases back home to laser lock any counter-attack, I think he can just win the game. If you just march across the map now with that, you can win the game. But if you wait longer until like EMPs get deployed, there we go, EMPs get deployed plus an Aurora, then it's going to become a lot more difficult. Even now, he can still go across the map and just win the game. But you've got to just be ready on the X. You've got to press X when the Aurora comes in. You've got to be watching the whole time. Press X. Could have saved like 2 Vs there, I think. Bad control there, and the Aurora actually came back in for a second strike, but you only get 1 missile as the super weapon. But as all Auroras. Still advantage of Adju, I think. Back at home, he should be mustering another force as well. Laser lock there comes in. It's a bit of a chaotic battle here, to be honest. V's going down on both sides. Loads of missile defenders. I think last drop is going to clear it up. And as long as he's still got a dozer, the question is, does he have a dozer? Does he have a dozer? I don't think he does. Maybe the dozer was picked off there next to the EMP. I think it was. But last drop still has the strat. Selling a supply. Yeah, he can sell that supply, I suppose. Needs every penny now. Well, he's got an oil and 2 supplies, does he? He just needs to pump out units. I don't know if he's pumping out units. He's got no power, no dozer. There's a Colonel Burton in the base. Detected by the drone. One thing you want to do is fly them Vs with their own UAV drone or whatever under that drone and find it and kill it, because it's scouting everything. It's giving Adju such a load of information. I think he needs a CC as well rather than a drop zone. I wouldn't be making that drop zone that early in the game. I'd be pouring more of it into units and defenses to secure these supplies. It's better to collect the supplies rather than that drop zone. You bring in income faster rather than spending 2.5k to make a profit in 5 minutes when the game might be over in 5 minutes, if that makes sense. So the question is, I don't really know who's on the time limit at the moment, because the longer the game goes, the more Aurora's last drop will get out, but the longer the game goes, Adju can produce more units because he's the one with power and with dozers. Pathfinder's now out for Adju. This is definitely the closest game in the World Series that I've watched so far. So far we saw Excal 5-0 against his opponent. I won't tell you the other scores in case you haven't watched them all. But yeah, we watched one other clean sweep as well. I've probably just spoiled it for you, but you probably saw the lengths of the videos. You can probably guess some of these. I think Adju has done it. You know, I think he's done it. I think he could have won this sooner. I think he's I don't know. Quite a lot of these still here for last drop. Maybe it isn't over. Is Adju going to run out of cash? Losing a lot of force there. I think that EMP can be sold there by last drop as well if he needs any more cash. I would also be continually spamming out of both of these barracks. But there are 2 Pathfinders chilling there now, so actually maybe that barracks is going to be useless for the rest of the game unless last drop finds them. But yeah, very exciting game this. There's just V's running around all over the place. Last drop seemingly going to win this engagement, I think. Most of these V's here for Adju are completely empty. I don't know why you'd have empty Vs. He's building drop zones, which is not the right thing to be doing here. Everything now needs to be poured into units. Like I said, like these things are going to be built, but in 5 minutes you're going to make a few dollars profit. That's not beneficial to you winning the game, trust me. If the game goes 15 minutes, yeah, sure, but is it going to go 15 minutes from this point? Whoa. Oh, that could have just ended the game. I think that will demoralize Adju a hell of a lot. Aurora comes in and wipes out his entire army of Vs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he still has more Vs back here, but they're all empty. If these are even remotely full here for last drop,
low power
could cause some problems. Honestly, only 1 MD in each. A10 coming down the left-hand side. Vs are going to try and intercept it. Any building that dies here will not be able to be replaced. What? What? Oh, Zero just keeps on giving, doesn't it? Zero just keeps on giving. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen the A10 get stuck. Was it dead? It was stuck dead. Was it still firing the machine gun though? Was that the thing that finished the strat? Oh my god, this game is just insane. Aurora comes in, hits the strat. It does explode as well. But there's a V on top of the airfield. This is kind of insane now. I thought this was over a few times, but huge army of Vs now for Adju. One Aurora has managed to land. That V got brought back. I think that's a micro mistake there from Adju. I think he selected all of his Vs on the map by mistake. Strategy Center needs to be immediately rebuilt by Adju, as I say that he is doing, but there is a bit of the delay. He could have rebuilt that before, as soon as the Aurora hit. But he has quite a lot of Vs though, and he's got the support powers. He kind of just needs to wait it out, use the support powers since that amazing A10 did reach his target. He's now moving in for last drop. He has got some fully loaded Vs, but I don't know why Adju is not loading his Vs. Doesn't make that much sense. I suppose he's against the Auroras, isn't he? But you can still load him. You just got to be ready with the X. I think that was a control fire, by the way, by last drop. I think he shot ahead of the Vs, which is something I highly recommend doing. Otherwise, you always miss the target. Big V engagement now, and multiple Vs on both sides going down. It looks like Adju has the superior numbers, though. Last Drop's Vs are all getting cleared up. The Aurora is coming in to support, but is it going to be able to hit something? Adju knows it's coming in to support, moves all of his Vs out, and no Vs go down for him. Last Drop moves in now with his fully loaded Vs. And is actually clearing things up. This is actually insane. Just when you think Adju's got superior numbers and unable to... in a winning position, unable to lose. An Aurora comes in, the V's split, and then he's against fully loaded Vs, and Last Drop is clearing things up. Last Drop has 10k, well, he did have 10k just then. The Aurora seems to have been taken down, and the V's now moving in for for Adju. Last Drop needs the micro here, needs the control, but with the more fully loaded Vs, he is doing kind of okay against the superior numbers. But there are more and more Vs coming from Adju, and I think Last Drop has just quit, although that was a little bit anticlimactic. I expected to at least know who quit. It was very, like, sudden there, but I'm pretty sure Last Drop lost that game. There's too many Vs in his base there, and he had no power and was unable to spend his money. Very nice game. Very, very close. GG. Well played. 1-0 for Adju. Okay, jumping into game number 2 down in the south, we've got Last Drop, this time with the orange USA Vanilla. As far as USA mirrors go, that was actually a very good opening game there. Up in the north, we've got Super Weapon for the yellow player, which is Adju. I don't know if Adju plays under any other names or what platform he plays on or anything. Because, yeah, personally, this is the first time I'm seeing replays of him. Down to the south, we've got Last Drop going for 2 suppliers once again. Yeah, I think... I think this is okay. War Factory barracks like this, but the counter to it is to go for a drop. But yeah, I suppose it depends how much damage this first drop actually achieves. If it prevents these Chinooks from collecting for a number of minutes and then manages to take out 1v, it gives yellow enough time then to coordinate the next attack. I hope yellow this time actually goes for another drop. So what you should be doing now is preparing another like 3 or 4 missile defenders, go for another drop and go for it on the other side. You've got to have speed and whatever to do it, but these 2 rangers here can just get shut down by this first V. Yeah, I would like another drop rather than that faster War Factory or whatever we saw before. So Last Drop is being prevented from collecting for sure. The 2 rangers have been intercepted. One of them goes down. Last Drop going to move into the base. Rangers have cleared the base, and actually Last Drop's in a good position. He's got the better army, and he has defended the drop, not taking any economic damage. And now he's in the base killing the power plant. Another power plant for Adju being preemptively built. I like that. So you build it at a faster rate. V on the left-hand side. And will this one catch him off guard? Catch Adju off guard? Apparently not. No, actually, Adju's on it as well, but there's Rangers actually brought. So these MDs are going to get taken out, actually. I think Last Drop's in a really good position. He's the one controlling the game at the minute. The drop from Adju did not do enough. Laserlock comes in on the V. Last Drop not paying attention for a second. He's going to probably lose that V. Oh, he's still alive somehow. He's camping the barracks for the time being. Rangers over on the left-hand side. I killed the MDs, but there's no MD to follow it up and laserlock the Chinooks or anything like that. Just the V from Adju's going to go there and clear it up. Could run him over. It'd be faster, and you'd be able to go back over here and repair faster. You wouldn't lose as much HP to Rangers as well, by the way, because the V's almost going low. A V on the right-hand side now for Last Drop. Gets laser locked, but evacs his MDs in time. Takes out a V there as well. You're happy to do these trade-offs, and you're also happy to take the fights underneath where Adju is collecting as well, because that'll prevent Adju collecting, or he'll lose Chinooks. Like now, for example, you could start laser locking and chip that away, but the MD's already gone down anyway. Load of civilians walking around in the middle here. This guy's having a complete Wraith, or Woman, or Lotus, or whatever the hell that is. And last drop brings in 3 pretty much fully loaded Vs. Laser locks all around. Is this laser lock going to be better this time? It seemed better. All of the Vs that he laser locked had been taken out. And now I would like to see his MDs laser lock in this Chinook. That is the priority. Shulking in the dozer is important too, but you don't even need to laser lock a dozer really, especially with that many MDs. Just click on it once and it's dead. By the time it laser locks, because the laser lock has a delay. Yeah, the dozer could have already been dead. But yeah, Adju's in a really bad position. He's losing his war factory. Has he lost both dozers now as well? I think he has lost his war factory. Losing his power. And I think that's got to be GG, I think. These MDs will all get cleared up by the Rangers, but with search and destroy Vs, he's making another barracks. Yeah, there's no way really Last Drop can lose this, I don't think. So it's looking like a 1-1 situation. He's actually just focusing down this oil preemptively. And that is a 1-1 scoreline. Okay, jumping into the next match, game number 3. We're this time on Stonehenge. I never did figure out the name of that previous map. Blossoming Valley, I think it was. Blossoming Valley. Down in the south, we've got the orange Tox, which is Last Drop. Up in the north, we've got Adju with the USA Laser in the yellow. So yeah, I've been actually playing a lot of 1v1s lately, primarily against Reznov. And played this map a few times now. And I remember in a previous video I was talking about whether these oils are even worth getting, whether it's even worth building like a tunnel on here and getting these oils or not. Because if you just occupy this, you can actually hit them. After thinking about it, I mean, I've thought about it a lot and I'm still not 100%. I still think it's worth getting this hill because the other player is then under pressure. If he just leaves you to it, you can get 2 oils. You can also grab these 2 bunkers, which are very, very strong. They can actually kill these houses and stuff. So actually, I think these are worth getting. Even if you get in that, there's no guarantee that you're going to hold it. It could be cleared out by a Tox Rebel or anything else. Yeah. So I actually like having a tunnel there. And I like having a Tox tunnel quite close to a bunker as well. So in case the enemy takes it, your tunnel can fire on it and clear it. V straight down the middle. I want to try and save these RPGs where you can. I think that one there is at risk of going down if V goes around the side. It is going around the side, actually. TNT being prepared by Last Drop. It's actually looking pretty solid for Last Drop. He's got his build order on lockdown. He's got the right amount of workers. He's preparing a TNT pretty quick. He's got tunnels all in the right places. Third supply even going up right now. That's a pro-level build order. I like it. I think this is a TNT. What's he going to run into? How pro is the TNT going to be? That one is not that great. Nah. TNTs are one of the harder things to micro in Zero. You've got to be on top of it, but that TNT was a complete waste because that firebase was cancelled. Yeah, you've got to focus, man. You got to grip the mouse. You got to have a decent mouse that you're very comfortable with. Grip it in a way that you're 100% comfortable with, and that's what makes your micro insane as well. Play for a few hours before you play a set as well. And the micro on them terrorists is very, very important. Tech RPG comes in regardless, though, causing some damage. He's on his 3rd supply, so he's happy to trade off here because he's economically further ahead than the USA. Bit of bad V micro here, going a little bit too far forward, and I think another V's going to fall. Yeah, did he lose 3 V's there in total, or just them 2? I think he lost 1 initially, didn't he? I think he lost 3 in total. Oil cap now coming in for Last Drop. I think here, by the way, GLA Tox is stronger. I think most people would agree with that, and I think, especially on a map like this where there's loads of buildings that the Tox can go inside of, and even if the USA takes it, you can just bring a Tox Rebel with you. The technicals are cheap for Tox as well. Bunch of technicals coming again, and 1 more V is at risk of going down, but nice evac, nice control, pulling it back. And actually, that's quite a successful hold. However, I do worry for Adju because his V numbers are pretty low compared to the amount of stuff Tox has. He's got Tox with 3 supplies and about to have 2 oils. You need to make something happen now as the USA. You need to get across the map and kill this arms dealer or both arms dealers to even stand a chance. If you try and camp this out any longer or you get contained in your base any longer, you're just going to lose to the sheer economy and strength and power of the Tox. Technical coming in. It's going to be a TNT, but I hope that all 3 terrorists are not together. One gets dropped off. That was a very fast TNT, by the way. Compared to what we saw before, that was an instant terrorist, which is very difficult to do. You got to be taking into account lag, by the way, I suppose. Was there any stream or anything? No. You got to be taking into account lag. If there's a delay, then some of these TNTs are difficult to do. Massive tech RPG crushes these Vs against the side of the map. Only 2 Vs and an ambulance remain. The Vet 2V, the strong V, got taken out. The pilot. Oh, the pilot is getting rescued. Pro tip for you, by the way. You put him inside and he doesn't always go in properly and vet up the V. If you click on the V and double click the pilot, he will successfly vet up the V. But yeah, this has got to be over now. That attack really needed to do something. So unless Last Drop makes some serious errors now, not a computer serious error. I mean, unless he really messes up now and has a big micro mistake and loses a whole army or something, I can very rarely see any chance for Adju to win here. Like 9 times out of 10, he's going to be losing this game. If it was to be replayed 10 times, how can he possibly win? He doesn't even have an ambulance. With his army, Tox is about to be on 3 oils. The Tox is on 4 supplies now, by the way. Search and Destroy is deployed. That's going to be 1 advantage, but 1 more V gets taken out. Every trade-off now needs to be, like, highly successful for Adju. You can't be trading off 1 for 1 or 1 V for 2 technicals. His Vs are so few on the ground. And even with Search and Destroy, he's taking some damage still from the Tox RPGs. Okay, Adju's going to get his oil on the right-hand side. Ooh, that's what kind of serious errors I'm talking about. He's... Where's he sending his workers? You know what he's done? He selected a worker and he's double tapped E, which selects all workers on screen. That's what kind of serious errors I'm talking about. Not the serious errors in your computer goes ding or a mismatch. That's the serious errors that Adju needs. All of his workers means all of his supplies weren't collecting for a second, and still this one here has no workers. Tech RPG inside of the base of Adju. Adju moving in with his Vs to try and clear this up, going a little bit too close for comfort for these RPGs, but actually all of his stuff survives anyway, and the tunnel gets cleared. Yeah, not gonna lie, I've even seen expert player Rage do that before, where he pulled all his workers by mistake. I've seen expert players do that before. I've done it before as well. It's sometimes annoying, like you press on a worker, you've accidentally double tapped E when you meant to click on a quad or something like that. Yeah, sometimes can happen. Okay, this is what kind of a massive attack we needed earlier, but at least he's coming in and doing some damage. Almost loses 1V. Big quad attack actually in the base. Going for a counter attack is going to force these Vs back. It's probably one of the best things that could have happened to Last Drop there, because the last thing he wants is those Vs running around in his base. Where are the quads going? They're actually still going into the base, but Adju has made the conscious decision to actually split up his army. Now, the reason you don't want to do this is unless you are extremely focused and got the most insane micro multitasking, you are going to end up messing up one group of Vs. One group of Vs is not going to be looked at, or you're going to end up losing these Vs just to plain quads. Yeah, you see he's going too close. He's going too close. Oh, is that TNT from the back? Whoa. Yeah, Last Drop's going crazy. But these Vs, you see, they've not been controlled at all. Yes, you've stopped him from collecting for a few minutes, but he's not been paying attention there at all. So yeah, multitasking, not the greatest. Last Drop, going to lose this supply now. There's still supplies to collect from here. Adju needs more economy. Even though he's kind of doing okay with this attack and he's cleared up his base, it's gonna end up running out of steam soon because his only supply is about to run out. He can long distance collect from here, and I suppose he has 1 oil. killed the 2 middle oils. And he's killed that oil. But last drop's on 3 solid supplies still, I think. I think last drop has been playing this really well, but I think what it is the micro on the units and getting the most out of every unit that is the reason this is going a little bit closer than it should do, I think. Like that first tech terror. Also, like the micro on them quads, I think he could have turned around and he could have focused on some of them Vs and took a few more out. I think there was an opportunity to kill them Vs when they were just sitting there and chilling, just like the multitasking. Buggies, quads, Jean Monkel when he's out. Definitely the right thing to be doing here. I think creeping forward with tunnels on the right hand side is another good thing he could be doing as well. He's heard search and destroy, so you could be preparing a TNT for that to take away the range advantage of the Vs. He's got 3 markets and no workers. Oh, he's got worker shoes. I could have sworn he's only just got it though, because I thought they were dropping off $75. So he's just got it. I think that's a bit late. Yeah, I would also prioritize bugging ammo over another market as well. Buggy ammo doubles the damage output because you got double the missiles or whatever. Double the barrage. Okay, single V over in the right hand side, but last drop should just pop. Even 2 buggies can take out that in 1 barrage. Yeah, last drop not paying attention over on the right hand side. We've got a triple A10 coming in from Adju. I wonder where that's going to be actually. Is it on the palace? Tunnel and a market? Okay, that's kind of okay. Ideally you want to get like 2 markets or something, but I don't think it would have reached anyway, to be honest. Last drop, is he getting the bounty money? No, so he's not built a CC, he's not selected the bounty. That's another reason why his economy is probably a little bit lower than it should be. He should be getting all the free bounty money. But Adju's really is running out of steam. He's got this supply re-established at the top left. Oh, don't know where that V's going. It literally went through no man's land, past a lot of tox tunnels, past the bunker, and got taken out by the buggies in the end. Last drop, yeah, not always focusing on this right hand side. He's heavily focused on the left and the mid. Should have protected them workers in the first place. Should have a tunnel there. Should be sneaking down the right with a worker as well, trying to take out that oil especially. Put 1 quad there to harass. But either way, as long as you as long as you're taking out V's with them buggies, I suppose that's good. Is he getting the bounty money now, by the way? Oh, he's finally built a CC, but he's already level 4, see? But yeah, you see $70 per kill on each of these Vs. It's huge. Quad's taking out the Chinooks. Yeah, both players wearing out a little bit. I think that CC scaffold can be cancelled. Pour it more into units. Because he's not going to be level 5 probably by the end of the game. Unless he's got... Yeah, he's probably got level 1 Rebel Ambush as well. He could use that. Be useful now, for example. Jean Monkel is on the way. The drone placed down on top of the Jean Monkel, but the buggies are going to come in to cover it against these Vs. I think this might be near the end because there's only 2 Vs remaining. Adju is not always producing from his war factory and barracks though. Even when he's getting very thin on the ground in terms of units. Supply lands upgrade is in play. $60 extra on every drop-off. Rebel ambush. Used on top of the Vs. Doesn't really achieve much that the quads and buggies wouldn't have achieved anyway. But now those MDs are a little bit in danger. The V's coming back to clear it up, but the buggies are here. I think AP rockets is another upgrade I would get. Sell that. I wouldn't have the CC. Managed to get 2k together to get AP rockets because you take out these Vs 25% quicker because... Well, at least that's what it says. It gives you 25% extra damage, but I think it probably even does more than that. And I also would get the Anthrax Gamma upgrade from the Palace. $1,500 upgrade, but Your Rebel Ambush will do a lot more. RPGs will do a lot more. I think the buggies do more, but I'm not sure. Yeah, last drop doing some good damage over there on the left-hand side. Man, the amount of bugs in this game is insane. Adju's been defeated. Nicely played there from last drop. Some good success there from Adju throughout that. But ultimately, yeah, I said it from the beginning, last drop was on 3 supplies and like 2 or 3 oils throughout most of it, which explains the cash difference. As Adju, yeah, you've got to like at least try to equalize that economy a little bit, or yeah, the V's need to get in and kill the arms dealers or something like that. But yeah, GG, that was pretty nice to watch. Well played. Okay, jumping into the next game, game number 4. We got last drop in the north this time with the USA laser. Was he laser before, or was he USA? Can't remember now. They're pretty similar anyway. Tiny differences here and there, like the Avengers and the power plant and that. But yeah, he might have been laser in the reverse of it anyway. I can't remember. Down in the south, we've got Adju with the Gelatox in the yellow. So it's the first time we've seen Adju playing a different faction than one of the USAs. He only made... How many workers did he make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he made 5 anyway. Thought he only made like 4 workers or 3. Okay, terrorist over to the left-hand side. It's going to be a real arms dealer rather than a fake upgraded to a real later on. No tunnel being deployed over here just yet. Is now. I think you can actually skip that. I would skip that. Leave your terrorist there for cover. And I would prioritize building a tunnel on the left. Or somewhere. Because you can build that later. If you've got a terrorist there, you get those dropped by anything. Dropped by anything. Terrorist is there to cover. But still okay though. You're still in that little house, which is kind of annoying. Bit of a variation here. Adju doing his tunnel down the mountain a little bit. War factory and a barracks from last drop, as you would expect. Firebase in the same location over on the left hand side. Last drop actually going for a fast oil capture. Okay, I didn't even realize that. Adju needs to be on that, man. He needs to get his technical there fast. He needed to go in there and pop from there. If that gets captured, that's a huge mistake. Yeah, it's huge. Because he's had vision of that the whole time. But to give a USA an oil from the beginning like that, that is going to be extremely difficult. That's going to be in units pouring out loads, and the strat is going to be built faster. Oh, he's got 2 oils. I didn't even see that. He's got the right oil as well. It's probably GG. Needs to start hitting that straight away with that bunker. I think it can reach, you know. I think it can. Okay, Tech RPG from Adju starts hitting the Chinooks. I think even last drop can start building the strat even now. Like this early, because he's got them 2 oils. Both of these going extremely low, but the nice evac. Laser lock comes in. There is a terrorist here, though. The terrorist is not being used. Oh, man. Laser lock comes in, but it's actually through the supply. Another V goes down. So this is actually not a bad attack there from Adju. But you got to remember that everything that you kill is just being funded to be replaced for free by these oils. So you got to worry about them oils too. He's not focusing that oil, because that building there can reach that oil. Okay, Adju didn't kill it because he actually planned on taking it himself. He's not getting his own oil down in the bottom right, and he's not also covering these. You've got to think, when it tells last drop your building is being captured, he's going to come and try and defend it. And he is defending it, but oh no, he's lost both rebels. Yeah, too slow. You should have had a couple of technicals there on guard mode, something like that, to protect that oil capture. Then he would have actually been in a good position, but now that's been denied. He did cost last drop a V, I suppose. Pretty fully loaded V as well. Okay, quite a lot of V's out for last drop, and because these buildings have not been occupied by the Tox, they can actually go straight through the middle of the map. Search and Destroy is up, and these two arms dealers are wide open and naked, ready for the taking. Yeah, I don't even think focusing on any of this, just go straight into the base. Unless those technicals come in, you could try and fight them off. Yeah, they are coming, actually. Probably want to get Hellfire drones here. Okay, keeps running. Technicals in a streamline. That's exactly what you want. You want them in a nice single fire line like that. Nice micro. He's moving the weak one back, leaving the strong ones to fight. But yeah, as Adju, this is the last thing you want, because last drop behind this will just be building up another army, and even if you manage to clear this up, you're going to lose a lot, and the next wave is going to be on the way. Yeah, Hellfire drones would be not bad here, because last drop had the cash for it as well. But the technicals are actually clearing everything up, and these Vs are actually focused on killing the workers. Yeah, I don't know where last drop was paying attention there. Maybe there was some attack there. Yeah, multitasking not great there. I think those Vs could have won the game with a bit better micro. The micro was looking good, but as soon as he got distracted, whatever he was distracted by, was it really worth losing your whole army there? Another capture comes in, but the Vs are back. And one V goes down, actually. Yeah, you see the range on this bunker. I told you, it's crazy. I think it looks more crazy because it's up a hill. But look at it, man. It's outranging. Search and destroy Vs. Yeah, maybe it's because, like, I don't know. Can those kind of bunkers normally outrange, like on flat terrain? Probably maybe they can. Technical comes in. Attack RPG. It's one of the dozers. Is this where last drop is going to fall apart again, though? Is he going to be focusing here so much that he's going to run his Vs straight into a tunnel or something like that? Looks like he's controlled well at home. V's now moving for last drop, but there's loads of technicals here. Technicals trying to hit the Vs. One V goes down, two Vs go down, three Vs go down, and Adju is holding. He is holding. That's a bad loss there for last drop. Yeah, hell of a bad loss. Because those technicals didn't really take much damage at all, and they've all got veterans here just getting stronger. That's actually, yeah, very nice position for Adju. I'd happily take over as the Tox now. I would love that. That oil still needs to be killed, though. This is a disaster for Adju. Letting it get captured in the first place was a disaster, but not focusing it down and not killing it by now. Having the capture upgrade, but not getting your safe oil all this time. Also a little bit of a disaster. Okay, last drop preparing his next wave, but no ambulance. Currently, as I say, that one pops out of the war factory. Still no tow upgrade as well. This oil is going to be denied yet again. V's getting kind of trapped again. Another V goes down. Double A10 come through. Are we actually going to see it hit normally now? Are we going to get to see it stuck on a war factory or something? Ooh, Palace built a little bit brave. Both arms dealers survive, but only at the hole. Last drop has now built some Hellfires, but yeah, with a little bit of better micro before that big group. With Hellfires and a bit better micro, he could have won that engagement, could have won the game right there, in my view. Okay, this will finally getting hit now, but almost 10 minutes into the game, only just killing it. Massive pop there of technicals from Adju, but I think it's a bit of a Fargo pop, to be honest. Because although he took out 1V with the help of the tunnel, he also lost every single technical, and I think some of them were the highly vetted ones as well. Third arms dealer is up now for Adju. He's floating 8k, so he's got the money to spend. Oh no, he has got his oil? Yeah, he has. But the Vs for last drop are running around, clearing everything up. He's getting veteran C on these units inside of here as well. Last drop has his CC. Of course, we saw the A10 already. I wonder if he's got Pathfinders loaded in these Vs or not. But I think that palace is going to get stopped. That's what happens if you build it out the front of your base. Sometimes it's better to actually build it deep in the back of your base because you'd rather that get up than not. Massive engagement here with the Vs, taking out a lot of stuff for free. The search and destroy is really having an impact here. They can outrange the technicals. Nothing the technicals can really do. Palace has to be stopped there by Adju. I think he did get the money back though. Don't pop from that tunnel, please. Didn't. I don't know if it's winnable anymore, to be honest. Yeah, I would start camping over on the right-hand side, make a load of tunnels, make a palace, something like that. Try and get a load of technicals together to... But yeah, Adju just can't be bothered fighting them Vs. They're just so strong. Especially when the last drop is focusing. But one thing you got to think of is last drop, when he lost all those Vs from the first big attack, when I said he could have won the game, he easily got distracted by something in his base. So if you notice a pattern like that, like if someone's bad at multitasking, if they're heavily focused on search and destroy Vs, they're not going to lose them. But if you distract them, use the distraction, even if it means sending in one technical that's just a fake TNT or anything like that, that might be your opportunity to take out the Vs. That's a big way of taking out Vs. When the USA player has to focus in 2 or 3 places at the same time, they will lose Vs. Okay, jumping into the next match, we have the China nuke down in the south for last drop with the orange color. Up in the north, we have Adju with the USA laser. Army advantage here by quite a bit. And he is with the yellow color in the north spot. We're on Snowy Drought. A drone directly in the base. Could have used clear the mines there to be a little bit faster over here, but you can see he's going for an aggressive supply. I wonder what this is going to be. War Factory and the Gatlix is a possibility. War Factory barracks and a troop crawler push could be a possibility. We've got a drop coming from Adju. Some missile defenders. 1 missile defender. No, I don't like this. Because this drop is all delayed mining time. And the chances are 1 truck can crush that quite easily if last drop is paying attention. And he is. Blaze lock, not even instant anyway. Yeah, see. All that delayed mining time and now of that Chinook flying across the map. And having to go barracks first. That's a big build order negative or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he's putting himself in a negative situation now. He should be in a much stronger position, like with his first V out. He should have more money now. Because that drop didn't do anything. Okay, first V is out. It's going to be against an outpost. Should be clearable. Clear-upperable. But you might take a little bit of damage on the V. Troop Crawler is the next unit. And there is a Helix, by the way. It's going to be a Gatlix. Last drop is ready to get his extra supply. Don't tell me those 2 tank hunters stuck out a V. That's crazy. That was no way meant to happen. Troop Crawler and a Gatlix now in the base. The Gatlix has just spawned its Gatling cannon and has taken out successfully all of the missile defenders. It's now focusing down on the Vs. The red guard clearing up the missile defenders, and that's going to be a very quick game. Surely that's going to be a very quick game. Very nice tactic there from last drop. But yeah, Adju really should have won this. He really should have won it. The build order was bad. Just go for 2 supplies, War Factory barracks. And yeah, that push that last drop did could be stopped. That first unit being the outpost, I think is the wrong unit to make. I personally would have made a GAT as the nuke. And I would have sent it up the right-hand side of the map to camp the Chinooks. I think that was stoppable, but yeah, it was a bad build order there from Adju. Okay, jumping into the next match, we've got last drop up in the north for the USA laser in the orange color. Down in the south, we've got Adju, this time with the yellow China nuke. Got a drone in the base. You can see everything that is coming. Yeah, as the laser, I don't think you need to do anything fancy, honestly. 2 supplies, War Factory barracks is probably one of the strongest things you can do. Or maybe the strongest thing you can do. You can also, if you're feeling a little bit braver, drop a laser patriot. Just with one of the dozers, drop it in a Chinook. From knowledge, though... No, you don't need to upgrade that from knowledge. I think your power can just manage it. Yeah, I think it can. If you're a super weapon dropping an EMP, though, you will need to upgrade it. But a laser... You can afford one laser patriot for your power. So if you make a laser tank, you will go low power. Okay, Adju going for War Factory Barracks, looking like a troop crawler and tank hunter push. Last drop just chilling in the middle with a dozer. I think a fire base there would not be such a bad idea. V heads over to the right hand side. Ideally, what that V wants to be doing is popping open the inevitable troop crawler to slow it down, so you've got more time to deal with it when it finally gets there. But actually, the first unit from Adju is actually a GAT. It's going to head over to the left hand side. But I think with the damage from the firebase plus that V, I think that can be stopped pretty easy. And this annoying V on the right hand side is actually taking out some trucks. So yeah, 2 trucks there for Adju have gone down, which is extremely annoying that early on in the game. A V clears that gap. And those tank hunters are having a difficulty knowing where to go. There's another fire base being deployed. This V still being annoying on the right side by last drop. Still running around, takes out one dozer. There's a dozer chilling down on the left side. As you enter in the base of the troop crawler, a load of tank hunters, but that fire base is going to complete. Could use the dozer to suicide here and kill some rangers, some red guard, sorry. Maybe not 100% necessarily needed. Thinking ambulance here wouldn't have been such a bad idea to get the crush on some of these. But actually, that firebase is looking like it's going to fall. But will Adju be able to do anything more than just killing the firebase? He's now in the base, but he's getting laser locked by the GATs. Sorry, by the, what am I talking about? He's getting his GATs laser locked, I meant to say. And last drop has cleared everything up. Adju still has 2 supplies, War Factory Barracks. He's got his trucks rebuilt. He's found the drone in the base, kills it with the troop crawler and the GAT. Okay, big death blob moving out now. The nuke is going to have a real hard time dealing with that. Like, I think it's virtually impossible to deal with that at this point in the game. With nothing in your base, no units, no defense. One GAT is not really going to do anything. Even if you had a few battle masters and tank hunters, that's probably your best bet. You're hoping for some miss micro there from the Vs. This is the position I was talking about before, by the way, with the GAT, because you can camp this supply and it's really annoying for the USA to clear. But these Vs are already in the base, War Factory's already going down, and there's going to be no base trade, really. It's not going to be a competitive base trade, because this stuff does a lot less damage than these Vs do to buildings. Vs just anti-everything, anti-tank, anti-infantry, anti-air, anti-building. That's why they are so overpowered. Adju does have 1 oil though, but he's getting his whole base wrecked by these Vs. Last drop is still not collecting on this right hand side supply, but I don't think he really needs the money actually. I think he can still afford to produce some Vs and missile defenders and defend what's back at home. But he's also happy to wait because he's wrecking the enemy base here. Power plant next to be hit. All the tank hunters have gone down. And does Adju even have a dozer left? I don't think he does. He's probably thinking GG. Well played. That is Adju, unfortunately for him, out of the tournament. But this was actually a nice set. There was some competitive games in here. And a really good start there from Adju. I think maybe the first game lost there from last drop made him wake up a little bit. Try a little bit harder or something. Focus a little bit more. And then he's won every game since that. So yeah, he's probably typing GG. Well played, fair dues. But yeah, these Vs are just wrecking everything now. Last build in, last HP, GG, and that set is over. GG, well played there to last drop. We'll go through to round 2. On some of these videos, I'll start putting the bracket at the beginning and stuff like that, or maybe at the end, or I don't know. Yeah, somewhere I'll put the brackets. So yeah, GG, well played. Let me know what you thought of this set in the comments, and see you in the next one.